Hello everyone. Hope you've had a productive week. The purpose of this week's video is really fourfold. First of all, I'd like to visit with you very briefly about your work on this last week's assignment, Learners with Autism Spectrum Disorders Discussion Board. Second, I'd like to spend just a second or so kind of thinking about next week's assignment on learners with low incidence multiple and severe disorders. Third, I want to encourage you to make sure you take a look at your scores and comments on your internet research projects. And then finally, I'd like to remind you to continue thinking ahead just a little bit about the remaining written assignments in this course. First, with respect to this last week's assignment, learners with autism spectrum disorders, I continue to be pleased with your reports and your replies to one another on discussion boards. In almost every case, your reports continue to be very detailed, and it seems to me from what I've been able to read through your reports and through your replies to one another, you're picking up some very important information about each of the disabilities and the issues that we're studying in this course. Your replies to one another continue to be sensitive and I think very respectful and responsive to what classmates are saying. And so really I just want to compliment everyone doing a very good job on those written assignments. Make sure though that as you look each week at what you've written and think about our discussion boards, you kind of compare and contrast each of the disabilities that we're studying with respect to the nature of the disability, educational and behavioral considerations for learners with that particular condition or disability, transitions, how we work with moving students between classes and between grade levels and into the community, and then also how you would engage families in working with them. I think as you continue to think about that and compare and contrast, it'll be good for you and help you learn certain things and learn more about each of those disabilities. Please make sure that you also each week take a look at my general feedback comments that I post in the feedback tab, as well as any comments that I would make to you in the grade center. Obviously the score that I put in the grade center each week is important to you, but if I have other things that I need to visit with you about, you'll see comments in the grade center. Make sure that you take a look at those. My best hope, as always, is that the information that I provide to you will serve to clarify things for you and enhance your learning. As always, let me know if you have questions. Second, this next week, we're going to be contemplating and reading about the needs of learners with low incidence, multiple, and severe disorders. Again, and I've said this previously, make sure that you take a look at your assignment alternatives. We've tried to differentiate some things for you so that you can choose which alternative is most beneficial to you. I'd encourage you to choose the alternative that you believe is best for you individually. That, too, I think will enhance your learning in this course. As we study these disabilities next week particularly, we'll be reading about some very low incidence kinds of things that you may not come into contact with in your educational careers, but again, it's kind of important that we know about those disabilities. Third thing I wanted to talk with you about briefly is make sure that you check out your score and my comments to you in the Grade Center on the Internet Research assignment if you've not already done that. There are some cases where I've still not received your Internet Research assignment. If you do not find a score in the Grade Center, it means that I don't have it. And so you really need to get that to me as soon as possible. So please make sure you take a look at the Grade Center under the Internet assignment score and make sure that you read my comments to you. Fourth, and finally, I'd like to encourage you to think ahead just a little bit. The semester continues to move ahead very rapidly, and before we know it, the semester will be ending. So with that in mind, please don't forget about the RTI assignment, which is due on Monday, May 2nd. And graduate students, make sure that you kind of think ahead and plan ahead for the lesson plan assignment, which is due to me on Friday, April 29th. Instructions and a rubric for each of those assignments are provided in the tabs specific to each assignment on the left side of the Blackboard site. Make sure that you let me know if you have questions about anything I can do to help you with those assignments. As always, though, make sure you stay in contact with me. Let me know if you have questions about anything else related to this course, or if there's anything that I can do to assist your learning. Have a great week, everyone, and take care.